welcome to Black Woman in Psych. For those of you who are new and don't know me, my name is Shanteria. I go by Shay, and I am a second-year doctoral student in a clinical psychology doctoral program. So for today's episode, I thought it would be a good idea to kind of dive into what my first year in the program was like. As I said, I'm now a second year, so I took a few notes and I'm going to talk about what it was like for me as a first year. So if you look, like right here, I'm going to drop a picture of what my first day was like. That Shanteria was vibrant and happy and really, really excited to learn and excited for everything about the experience. I am still very excited to learn as a second year, but I will say I'm very tired. And I think that is a normal experience for anyone who has moved along in any doctoral program. So I had a gap year originally, and for those of you who don't know what a gap year is, it's when time is taken off for maybe a personal reason, or maybe you didn't get into school and you just kind of have like the year off. And so while I had the year off, I was actually staying in Florida with my husband, and yeah, I was like living my Disney World fantasy. And I ended up coming to school at Jackson the next year. So how that worked for me, I thought the move was okay. We found a place fine. We moved in fine. The area that we stay in is not super huge, so I didn't have to take a lot of time to get adjusted. I think I was able to kind of navigate and find out where things were, like Ross, really easily. So when it came to the campus, I did kind of have to take a little time to try to navigate my way around the campus and understand, where things are in case, I needed to go handle business like for the registrar's office or anything like that. So I had to figure that part out. I had orientation the week before school started, so that helped as well. Overall, I think I would describe my experience as a first year doctoral student as an adjustment. It was a huge adjustment, and I think that is natural for anyone who's in a doctoral program. It takes time to kind of get to understand what the expectations are and kind of understand other people, let them understand you, and that is an adjustment. It's a process. So a huge component of making it through your program, I feel, is bonding with your cohort. So if you're not familiar with the term cohort, your cohort is like your class, like the buildup of your class. It differs from undergrad because in undergrad you may have 20, 30, 40, 60 people in one class. My cohort consists of 5 people, including me. Another added layer on top of that is that I am the only female in my cohort. So it's me and then 4 other males. So again, an adjustment, getting to know everyone and understanding everyone's backgrounds, and then allowing them, to understand you, and then bonding outside of the program as well, because you're going to be studying together, you're going to be struggling together, just trying to thrive and make it. So understanding and having a comfortable bond with your class or cohort is very important. Now, for the long list of classes that I took as a first year, I took Theories of Personality, Research Seminar, psychotherapy, research methods, psychopathology, personality assessment, learning and cognition, ethics, cognitive assessment, advanced statistics 1, and advanced statistics 2. My favorite class that I took as a first year was hands down ethics. I love ethics in general just because those are the guidelines that you're given to act and practice as a psychologist. So that's very important. You know, it's very black and white. So it covers everything from any testing issues that you may have to therapy, to issues with colleagues and how that should be handled. And it just covers everything. Adding what's in your APA code of conduct plus, you know, your cultural sensitivity or your cultural competence is very important when you talk about becoming a clinical psychologist. My least favorite subject was statistics, 1 and 2. I'm not a stats person. I just kind of pray and move on when it comes to stats, if I'm being honest. My overall view about the coursework is that, yes, it was difficult. I think anytime you start a new program, you'll kind of have that struggle at first, just realizing, oh my gosh, this is difficult, this is a lot, plus I'm in a new environment, plus I'm with new people, and like, how do I get through this? But it was kind of easier for me because I had a lot of the knowledge from my master's program, which was also a clinical psychology program. So I think that made it a little bit easier for me, but it was still very difficult. My takeaway for my first year, if I had to go back and do anything different, it would be to advocate more for myself. I think a lot of times with being in a new environment and being a woman and being a Black woman, it's kind of difficult to just kind of ask things or address things, or, you know, it's always internally, it's like, oh, well, should I say that? Or how will people react if I say that? Or will I look stupid if I say that? And so if you are kind of like how I was back then, the best advice I have for you is to just make sure that you are doing everything in your power to kind of support and look out for and be there for yourself as much as possible, because you don't want that thought on the inside like, well, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I'm stupid if I do that. There's no stupid question. You're paying, you know, for your classes and all of that. There's something that you don't understand, or if there's something that you need help with, ask. You are your biggest advocate. That is my recap of my first year as a clinical psychology doctoral student. If you have any questions about something that was or was not answered in this video, then please feel free to send me a message, email me, or contact me on my website. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.